Hey guys, it's Shannon.
I'm John.
From That DIY Couple.
We're going to do a review of 2017, which was an awesome year for us.
The best year ever.
A lot of stuff happened, so we thought it would be fun to quickly run through all the great stuff that we did and that happened to us.
So here's our 2017 recap. We started the year, but right before that, we bought this house. So this is our first year, our first real calendar year in this house, which is a house that we're hoping to stay in for a long time.
Yep.
It's been great. It's been such a great little house for us. It's way more space than we were used to. We were living in one bedroom with roommates, and this is 2-bedroom with a living room and a dining room and a kitchen. And so for us, it's just absolutely luxurious.
January we got engaged. It was like the first week of January, the second week of January. I made a very elaborate video and attempted to fool Shannon by driving up to where we went to school. I don't know if it was I don't think it was effective. It was effective up until the day of, in which it was not effective, but it was great.
It was acting a little weird.
We drove up in like a huge snowstorm, and we were several hours late, but everything worked out perfectly. You know what I mean? We stayed over the weekend there, and we had a great time.
It was beautiful. It was the most beautiful engagement.
We made a very elaborate video going through all of our baby videos to surprise Shannon with, which I think was
How long did you work on that?
Oh, a long time, hundreds of hours. Yeah. Too long.
We'll do a separate video on how we met and how we did our engagement and all that. Your mom broke her hip in January.
My mom broke her hip, and I went down to Florida where I grew up for about a week.
Yeah.
And but everything turned out fine.
That was
it was
really,
kind of a freak accident.
Really
she's pretty young and she's quite healthy, so everything turned out great.
In February, I left one job and I moved to a new job. I'm a lawyer. I was working at a really big corporate law firm, and I was working all the time, and I loved the work and I loved the people, but just the expectations regarding, the amount of time that corporate lawyers work in New York was just sort of wearing on me. I was starting to feel unhealthy and not well, and I was looking for a job with interesting work and great people and a little bit more work-life balance. So I moved in-house to a company, and I'm loving it. I love the people, I love the work, I love the company, and I love that now I have some more regularity in my day. I can make plans and keep them. I can have hobbies like this. And so that transition has been huge for me in 2017 and has just really improved my quality of life.
February we also started gardening for the first time, so we started a bunch of seeds indoors, which we had never done before. Well, we'd never done that before. We had attempted to garden in various capacities before and never succeeded, but we started a bunch of seeds indoors, and shockingly they were very successful. We had a lot of seedlings that were growing, and that sort of began our journey to start our own little garden in the backyard, which was something that we did throughout the entire year. But that was, I think, an unexpected great pleasure.
Yeah, it's really gratifying to watch something grow from seed, and we discovered that we had a new hobby that we both really enjoyed.
Yeah. In March, I hung out with a lot of my college friends. Every year we hang out for a weekend, so I had a ton of fun. We went to Texas this year, which was great.
In April, we saw Ann Wilson, who was previously in Heart, perform with a friend, and it was really fun. That was the music that John set our engagement video to. In May, I read Right Line Eating by Dr. Susan Pierce Thompson and started that program, and it totally changed my life. I learned about nutrition and food and started losing weight pretty rapidly and feeling really wonderful. It's been absolutely revolutionary for me.
In May, we also started taking rowing lessons. So Shannon used to row in high school and a little bit in college, and we decided that it'd be a fun thing to do together. So the very first time we did it, we flipped over our boat in this like super disgusting river, and it was freezing cold because it was still the river was still very cold. Despite our teacher's assurances that it was impossible, we managed to do it in the first 10 minutes. of doing it. So that was fun. We did that a little bit throughout the summer. We'll probably do it again next summer.
It was really fun. Also in May, I helped plan a bachelorette party for a really good friend of mine, which I really enjoyed. Really enjoyed meeting all of her friends. And it was just a fantastic girls' weekend getaway.
In June, so I've been doing like a personal challenge to visit every state in the US that I haven't visited before. And I only have maybe 6 left at this point, but one state that I had never visited as of this year was Kentucky. So a friend and I went to Kentucky. We went to Mammoth Cave, which is like the largest cave formation in the US, and we had a really fun time. It was great.
Our garden was in full swing by June. We were just every weekend spending time out in the garden, and it was just so wonderful to see everything grow and start to harvest things.
We saw Pitbull, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide.
With Enrique Iglesias. It was a great
separately,
concert.
I mean, they were the same concert, but they did not perform together. I don't know why, but that was really fun. In July, I had a little reunion for, I invited people over that went to college with me, like a little reunion in our backyard, which was great. And we had like 30 people here or something, which is probably the most people we've had for any one particular occasion. And we went to your family's reunion.
Yeah, we went to my stepmom's family reunion, which we have co-opted because we love her family so much, and we tend to go as much as we can, and it was really fun. So in August, we took some engagement photos all over New York City. We found a photographer we really loved, and he was kind enough to sort of make our dream come true and accompany us all over New York and take some really epic shots of us in sort of iconic locations, and it was just a really fun day exploring the city on foot.
In September we did a lot of stuff. Probably the highlight was we went to Greece for the first time.
It was amazing.
And which was awesome.
Turn left onto Epsilon Lambda Epsilon Epsilon Beta Epsilon.
We went for a wedding, but we also stayed there for like a week and a half beyond that, and we'll make another video about our Greece trip. But that was awesome. We had a really fun time. It was a great time of year to go. I had my bachelor party for the wedding, which happened in October, but we did the bachelor party the month before, which was awesome. I had like 10 of my friends all went and hung out for a weekend, and it was more tame, I guess, than it could have been, but it was very fun. I mean, not but, it was very fun, so I had a great time.
We went to see Billy Joel in concert at Madison Square Garden, which was actually the second time that we have been lucky enough to see him. He's probably my favorite artist, and we had so much fun watching him live perform for the second time.
October, we got married, so that was the big thing of the year. We've been together for 10 years. So the wedding itself was not, you know, anything unexpected, but we had a really crazy party. We had about 100 people, a little over 100 people come, did it near our house.
We did an 80s theme, which was really fun. And we made a pretty epic video, a shot-for-shot remake of Meatloaf's I Would Do Anything for Love.
I'll never forget the way you feel.
To get people pumped up about the 80s theme.
Yeah, among a lot of other things that we did for the wedding, but it was awesome. It was unbelievable. It was great. We'll talk more about it some other time, but that was the big event of the year. In November, we went to a football game for our college, which was really fun.
Yeah, I went to like our homecoming.
In November, I also so I'd been eating vegetarian, vegan ever since like August of last year, but right after the wedding I adopted Shannon's diet, more of like the bright line eating diet, so not eating added sugar or artificial sugar, stopped drinking caffeine mostly, and also not eating flour, like processed wheat stuff. And I lost a little bit of weight. I lost maybe like 10 pounds. I didn't do it to lose weight, but that was great. I felt really good ever since, and I've been adhering to it more or less. I mean, we've had exceptions, like when we go have different events occur, but it's been great. I feel even healthier than I did before. I have more energy. I think my mental outlook's better, so it's great.
And the biggest thing is that in December we started our YouTube channel. And
we bought the house next door.
And we bought the house next door just 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
So it was a great way to close out the year. It's been a fantastic year. Just so not exactly like events type things, but one really positive benefit of this year is that we have made two very close friendship with a couple who lives near us. I used to work with him, and I felt so lucky to meet him right before I left my last job, and also to meet his wife and have her come into our lives. We've been hanging out with them almost every weekend, and it's made such a difference in our lives to have people who are close to us and that we really love spending time with.
We made a lot of friends this year too. A lot of new friends,
yeah.
Which has been great. We've been entertaining a lot at our house because now that we moved into this house, we have more space to entertain and host people, which we didn't in the past. So we had a lot of like dinner parties and events, which has been really fun.
Yeah, lots of people over. We've really enjoyed cooking at home a lot this year, and that's been a way to bring people together. I think that you've sort of brought a lot of really awesome people into our lives through your real estate. Made a lot of friends.
Made a lot of friends through real estate.
Wonderful people.
We'll do a video about what we're going to do next year. We have a lot of stuff in store. It's going to be a really busy year, hopefully. But Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
And we'll be back in 2018.
Happy 2018.
Bye.
Bye.